Hey, you're back with my daycare coach, and I'm here to give you a very insightful video on being active in your business as a business owner or agent to the company. Are you a business owner that handles all the duties through delegating it to employees and hoping for the best? Or are you the owner who is on site in the morning to open, the last person to leave, and closing your business? Depending on how you answer will most likely determine the success rate of your business. I personally feel that as a business owner, it is imperative for you to be on site, present, and involved in the day-to-day operations of your business. For me personally, as a daycare owner, I understand the importance of understanding what is going on in your business. Working with children, you should know what children are coming in, you should know the parents' names, and you should know a little bit about that child, so that way when you do have to interject with the teacher doing arrivals or dismissals, you can confidently have a positive interaction with the child and family. As a business owner, are you really present in your business, or are you just delegating tasks to your employees and hoping for the best? If you would like to know a few answers to that question, continue to watch this video, because that's what this is all about.
Take one.
So grab a seat, grab your pen or pencil, piece of paper, and get ready to take some notes. Being a daycare owner requires attention to your state-specific regulations, best practices, and the practical aspects of running a daycare. This video will include the do's and don'ts of operating a daycare from an involved agent, such as myself. I'll be giving you helpful points of do's and don'ts while also giving you a little bit of insight of what it really means to be an active agent or an owner for your operating daycare center. Are you ready? First do. The most important thing to take note is understanding your state's licensing requirements. In Maryland, you have to be licensed through the Office of Childcare, the Maryland State Department of Education. If not the most imperative, crucial, important topic, you need to know COMAR, which are regulations for your childcare facility to abide by. This includes the regulations, rules, and policies. It outlines all of the procedures, and it basically is your Bible for ensuring that your center is running in tip-top shape and following all licensing regulations. Leadership is about setting the tone and culture, and you can't do that if you're not present. A business owner's presence is key to shaping the company's culture, work ethic, and values. Employees look up to leaders for guidance and inspiration, and as an owner to a daycare center, it is a need for an owner to show their passion as well as their knowledge of being involved with the children in their day-to-day activities. How can you expect a teacher to set the tone for their classroom if you do not have your standards of expectations, or if you have not modeled the behavior to which you would like your staff to mirror? A business owner who actively participates in operations sends a message of commitment, dedication, and passion, as I previously mentioned. Employees are more likely to mirror these behaviors, and it should also be a standard of what an owner is expecting through setting the tone and also outlining it in rules and policies and procedures. The power of leadership is by example, and this should always be implemented during your onboarding, during your interviewing stage, and periodically throughout the time that a teacher is with you, if it's not on a day-to-day basis. I personally feel that during the interviewing process, it should be communicated with that potential candidate how your center is operated and ran, what your expectations are, and giving that teacher some examples of how the room can be operated, whether it's through schedule, whether it's through routine, or whether it's through the activities that you hope for that teacher to participate in. As always, with being an owner or an agent on site, after being able to set the tone for leadership, you also want to make sure that you are working on building the foundation for relationships when it comes with teachers. Outside of that, you also want to make sure that you have established a great rapport with families so that that can spread into the community field as well. You want to make sure that your communication is concise. You want to make sure that it's consistent, and you just want to make sure that it is clear. Being present helps you understand your team better, and it builds trust. Direct interaction with employees fosters stronger relationships, leading to higher morale, loyalty, and trust. Employees feel valued when they see their owner working alongside them. So it's kind of a toss in between the two. You might have a teacher that might feel that an owner is hovering over them and not giving them the opportunity to do for themselves. So sometimes it can feel that the teacher is using the owner or the help as a crutch because they feel as though maybe I'm not doing it correctly and that's why the owner is here with me. So in terms of communication, this is why it is clear to set this tone with being concise, clear, and being very direct with your teachers to let them know you're not doing anything wrong, but I am going to continue to guide you as you have started with us and as you continue to grow with us so that I can properly show you what the expectations are for our center. This way, it lets the teacher know that they are not at fault, but they are in a continuous training process with understanding what our center's expectations are. When owners participate in daily activities, whether it's a morning huddle or troubleshooting a problem, employees feel more comfortable approaching them with ideas or concerns. And this is really good when you have a teacher who is either very creative or you have a teacher that specializes in one particular area, because if they feel they have the confidence with speaking to you that they will be heard, it is more likely for them to continue sharing their ideas with you, which will in turn help bring a new light, aura, or energy to that room of where they are in. Also, with being an owner who is present, that means you get to see firsthand what's going on. You don't have to rely on a security system. You don't have to rely on being told what is going on, because if you are physically there, you are the first-hand witness to everything that is going on. Being present gives you first-hand knowledge of what's happening within your business, allowing for better decision-making and quicker problem-solving. Also, when there is a cause of action where an owner needs to make a decision right then and there, when you are there, you have the ability to do so. If you are not there, you can either, one, hope that you have properly trained your teachers and staff to handle those type of situations, or two, hope that they will call you and communicate what is currently going on so that you can make the decision and relay it to them. So it's kind of tossed between the two, depending on the level of it really depends on how involved you are, and how involved you are is a reflection of how present you are. Are you there? Are you not there? So I personally recommend for all owners to be on site at your daycare so that you guys can know what's going on. And for those who may have multiple sites where it might be a little bit harder, I would then outsource to look for someone that you can really trust, who can also act as your eyes and ears, or make sure that you are splitting your time evenly. So if you have 3 centers, making sure that if you can't get to them all in one day, hey, I'm at this center Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm at the other center Tuesday and Thursday, and for about 2 hours, I get to that last center Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That way, you always know what is going on, if not every day, every other day, which can have a really, really big effect on a center that is not being operated properly when that owner is not on site. We always hope that we are hiring qualified teachers. We always hope that we are hiring teachers that have integrity, but we're all human. And if you are an owner who has worked really hard and diligently, who has invested your own money or just even money that you have, you're going to want to make sure that you being responsible for it, that you don't cut any corners. I've had my own situation where I've learned, so I'm making this video almost as a reflection. So if I would have seen this video that someone had made, I would have taken heed to it and possibly avoided some of the obstacles that we have gone through. So we are going to work through it, and I really hope that this video is beneficial to someone. I really hope that if you were thinking, hey, am I too involved, or maybe I should get back on site, please do. As a business owner who's actively involved in operations can identify issues like inventory, shortages, or customer complaints more quickly and act on them effectively. I mentioned this, just being able to respond to things immediately versus then waiting for someone to communicate that it is with you. Also, again, when it comes down to communication, you want to make sure that you have systems in place that make your job easier, because you already have lots of duties, and even though those duties may already be delegated to other staff, you want to make sure that you continue to create systems that help minimize the need for your attention for everyday matters, because not only can it be very tedious, it comes down to it because you may always be needed and you cannot always be running from top to bottom, sun up to sundown. Sometimes it needs to be that the business can operate itself and run on its own, with you creating those positive systems in mind for your center. The risk of over-delegating. Again, over-delegation can lead to disengagement, missed opportunities, and a disconnect from your brand or your center. So you want to make sure that even if you are confident in the systems that you have set up in place, that you are still on board with an understanding of what is happening in your day-to-day activities. But you always want to make sure that you have a hand in your business, eyes on the prize, to understand everything that is going on and how everything is flowing through your business. I cannot stress enough, you are responsible for your center. So if you are responsible, you want to make sure that you can speak for your center in knowing that you have a strong center with strong teachers and children who are great for your center. So just ensure that when you are creating those delegations, that they are nice and balanced. When owners step back too much, they risk losing touch with their business's needs, customers, and employees. This can lead to inefficiencies, disengagement, and potential loss of your company culture and just overall trust. As a center owner, there are lots of times when parents want to speak to the owner. It makes them feel that it is within reach and that the owner is not out of touch. Because if a parent has an issue and they may not feel comfortable with speaking to the teacher, because in their eyes, maybe the teacher doesn't have the capabilities to create the change that they are maybe hoping for. So if they are sending an email to the center, hi, I would like to schedule a conference call with the owner. If you are an owner and you have no idea what's going on and you are not on site to exactly to know what's going on, all you're essentially going to be doing is speaking to the teacher to figure out what is going on. And parents know when an owner doesn't know what's going on and completely oblivious to what's going on with their child. And that doesn't make a parent feel that they are not just a number. And that's what parents want. Parents want to know that their child is being treated with the utmost care, respect, and love.
Those are some of my top do's and don'ts of ownership and childcare. Thanks for watching.